So Sam, we've discussed the power of data. I'd like to now delve deeper into the healthcare industry a little bit more, just overall. So you've told me where you've worked, so there's no doubt you have deep expertise and knowledge in this field. I'm sure you've witnessed significant changes over the years, especially in the current climate. So going back to Dedalus, how has the company contributed to the evolution of healthcare? For example, from electronic systems to now the AI-driven solutions. Tell me about this evolution.
Yeah, I mean, look, the evolution is happening. It's every day. We are certainly investing a huge amount of our R&D time on new innovative technologies and AI. If you look at AI technology as a whole, today in healthcare, the majority of AI technology is around radiology, right? And it's probably more around the machine learning part where we're looking at images, we're checking against other images, giving second opinions to a diagnosis potentially. And of course, a lot around creating efficiencies, right? So looking at how to create efficiencies in OR, looking at how to create efficiencies in emergency situations and so forth. So that's really where Dedalus is taking flight. And we're seeing more and more evolution as time goes by. And that's also because technology is moving very fast. So we're keeping up with that technology and sort of adding value to it. So we're not competing, but we're actually completing what's out there today.
What really excites you in terms of the evolution? Is it autonomous surgeries, for example? Is it just the AI side of it, the driven diagnostics? What technologies are really exciting
Look, I mean,
you?
I'll tell you my personal views, and that's what I think what's become really interesting at the moment is the whole introduction of IoT and wearable devices and where that's going. I mean, have you ever heard of the cyborg theory? No.
Tell me more.
Yeah, so I mean, there's a theory out there that we're one step. Cyborg is a sort of fully connected being to the interweb of things, if you like. So the theory is that we're one step away from being connected, and that is the mobile phone. If the mobile phone was permanently connected to our arm or to our leg, then we are fully connected to the internet. So that mobile phone being in your hand is the only thing that's the sort of the integration between yourself and connected to the internet. So we are so close to being almost cyborgs, not Terminator type, but being that well connected that all that information is just going to keep rolling over and over and over. So why not utilize that for the embetterment of humanity rather than keeping it all locked down and just sitting there in basements at the moment?
And it's fascinating how, this was all imagination movies in the 90s and whatnot. Now it's like, it's actually going to happen.
Well, I think of it, when you look at things like that and you look at many years ago when they were dreaming about going to the moon and making movies about it, all of that's now come true. And this is no different. This is now, we're a part of that life.
Now, your book addresses the buzz around AI, obviously, machine learning, future precision medicine, etc. Yeah. You've mentioned some of these already, but could you demystify these concepts a little bit and share your perspective on their real-world implications, perhaps in the region or something?
Yeah. Look, I think a lot of the times we misuse the word AI because it's under a huge blanket and lots of it is under there. Yeah. I think today what we see in healthcare is more machine learning. Okay. And I'll maybe give a little bit about what the differences are. So machine learning is about a computer taking information and comparing it with other information and giving that comparison to you with a result saying, I believe this is the right course of action. Mm-hmm. That's machine learning. Then the doctor still needs to make a decision over which one of these to choose. AI, true AI would be, I have made a diagnosis based on the information that I have. I have made the choice about what you're going to do next, and I have administered that choice to you. That's where true AI comes in. And we haven't quite reached it yet, but I think we're on that path. It's basically saying, I've identified the cancer, I'm going into the cancer, I'm taking it out, and I'm throwing it out. There is no involvement. That's true AI, and we haven't got to that stage yet. I mean, that's still in the movies, but we'll get there eventually. So that's AI, machine learning, and precision medicine really is about the identification of really very personalized treatments of individuals, so that you're no longer part of a cohort, but you're part of a single unit. And everything that is being designed for you based on all the characteristics that you have and all the ailments and knowledge and learning that you've had from other people who have very, very similar things like you. I think once you combine those two together, when you have AI or machine learning with precision medicine, that's when things are going to get really exciting. And again, one of the chapters in the book is all about that. And I think when you do get to see it, you'll have that aha moment.
So you mentioned true AI. So it's safe to assume that AI-powered systems, I mean, look, do they surpass human capabilities at the moment in terms of accuracy, data processing, and decision-making, or no?
Oh, for sure. For sure, they are better in analyzing. They are more accurate in analyzing. However, I would still say ultimately the decision needs to go back to the physician by giving recommendations for sure, but the ultimate decision needs to go into a physician, into a clinical person to make that final choice. Maybe in the coming 10, 20, 30, 100 years, that will change. But today, AI is not there just yet to make the ultimate decision. It can give you an opinion, but ultimately the physician needs to be the person that takes and makes the final choice.
So the good news is that the 100% needs to be, human oversight.
100%.
Which brings me to your earlier point where you said, look, we need to either adapt or deal with not adapting, right?
Yeah.
So with the rise of AI in healthcare, that's not going away. What do physicians need to do now, in your opinion, now, in order to adapt?
It's interesting because most physicians are already a part of the system. So most physicians are probably using these solutions. I'm talking about the new graduates of physicians. Yes, we still have what we call the dinosaurs, and they will eventually, like dinosaurs, will pass, and only the new generation will remain. And the new generation is already tech savvy. They went to university with the most modern technology, and they were already using computers. So you will see that the younger physicians and the younger clinicians are already quite happy using these things. And the ones that are not happy, I think eventually they will just get phased out. It's inevitability in all evolutions.
Yeah. Is there anything you want to say about Dedalus' role with the use of AI?
Yeah, look, I think, as I mentioned before, Dedalus is taking a leapfrog in AI. We've invested a lot of time and energy. We focused on certain sectors, one being imaging and laboratory, and the other one being advanced sort of command centers and looking at operational efficiency and looking at creating AI algorithms in these inefficient locations, which are really simple things, but really make a massive difference. We've seen a huge impact in the ORs in Madrid, for example, where we've been working very closely with an organization there. And I think we're going to take that learning and bring it to the Middle East and to MENA in general, and seeing how we can make an impact both from an efficiency and also to help aid recovery for the patients, really.
Yeah.
But, and we continue to put more into that sort of conveyor belt of AI as we move forward.
Yeah.